Happy Monday, everybody. It's ET. It's October 23rd. And yeah, we're going to continue to work on the vector animation software. So over the weekend, I did a little bit of work. And let's see. Right, so it all started with, I think the last time on Bones, we were working on getting the bones to work, and I wanted to use a custom shape for the bones. So I'm like, oh, I should have my import object stuff working. So I started working on that, and that just led to a big old ordeal where I decided to just refactor everything, because the way I was doing it was not a very efficient way of doing everything. So what I was doing was every update loop I was updating the SVG if it's changed, right? So like if something changed, update the SVG, update the SVG. So in some aspects that looked to really nice results, because like a square would always have like that 1 pixel border around it, even if you made it bigger or smaller. But what was happening is just a lot of different refreshes of that mesh, right? So that mesh was always being recreated, like it was destroying and recreating it. So I decided to not recreate it. So for right now, the price of visual quality has gone down, but now the speed of the program has gone up, because if we look here, I don't regenerate the mesh anymore. So when you scale things, when you move things around, it's going to be using the actual Unity transform, rotation, and scale. So let's see, if I go to my default layer, like if I do the rectangle, like everything depends on this transform right here, at least its positioning and everything. So it moves really, like everything moves really fast. And even the scaling. But notice the scaling though. The more I scale to the right, you can see the black borders get thicker. So that is the cost of doing this. So what I'm thinking is every time maybe you let go of the mouse, it will update that SVG then and only then. So it won't like always keep track of everything. So it'll kind of look not the greatest as you're doing it, but right when you let go, it like regenerates it just so you can see what it looked like with the 1 pixel border or whatever you have set up. But all that so that I could make a very easy and nice, quick import. So this is a really complex SVG, and this one moves pretty quickly. Hey, what's up, the old 122? So yeah, that's what I'm working on. So I'm working on refactoring my code so that this is the format we use, not the redrawing constantly format. So let's see here. So this is where I am so far. If I play the software... Oh man. Well, congratulations for being out of the hospital. Yeah, I kind of remember you telling me about this. So, you must be out, living your life, doing your own things now. Alright, so, just to get back to this. What I'm working on right now is, okay, I can select things, I can multi-select things. The selection box doesn't look that great. But when I click... Okay, so yeah, that's all fine. It's the actual moving is where I'm having issues right now. So if I select multiple things and try to move it, it moves fine, right? That moves as expected. But for some reason, if I select one thing and I try to move it, I just get this again, no matter what I do. It's so weird. I don't understand it. So that's what I'm going to debug right now, and then we're going to re-implement rotate, scale. Like I still have all that code, I just need to refactor it to work with this. But yeah, everything supposedly moves much faster, and that is great. That is good stuff. Yeah, that is odd. I don't know why it's doing that. So okay, I'm using the Unity event system to do all of this. So there's various layers here, right? So what I expect to happen is you have your camera. If you're looking at it from the side here, you have your camera. You have like an object here, an object here, and an object here. And so like when you raycast, it's supposed to hit that first object. And that's what's supposed to launch the event, right? And then, you know, I have a function on here saying, hey, if I don't have anything, just bubble onto the next object and the next object. So that is what I'm trying to do. And that's what all this code does, right? But for some reason, that first object is just going straight to the rectangle. So let's look at, so right now you notice that we have this event system object here in Unity. And it tells you a whole bunch of information here at the bottom right. So if I oh, I am playing. So if I kind of click here, you can see like all the different things that my mouse is over. Especially if you look over here at mouse at pointer enter, that'll tell you like the last object you're entering. So the background is this huge thing. It's going to take up the entire canvas here. So no matter what, wherever my mouse is, it's going to be on background. But if I put it over to UI, you can see it went over. Where did it go? Image, sure. And it's a bunch of just different images, I guess. We'll put it over here. It's over text. So anyway, title text. Okay, if I name myself if I name these things appropriately, you would see a lot more detail. But if this is text, this is title text. Here we go. Maybe here. No, these are all image, 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 image. But then if I kind of get it outside of the image, you'd see it says left draw menu, and that's the menu here on the left. And then if I like switched over to the next menu, this should be like left bone menu. So anyway, you can see where my mouse is, right? Perfect, no problem. If I put it over the tiger, it'll say it's over the import shape. If I put it over the circle, it's over the circle shape. The ellipse is really just a stretched out circle, so over the circle shape. Triangle's over the polygon shape. Okay, so all that makes sense, right? Okay, now if I select something, what it's supposed to do if I put my mouse over, it's supposed to say selection box or selection shape, and it's going rectangle shape. And if I look at it here on like the 3D view, here at the top, you can see everything's kind of spaced out. I have my camera here, here's my canvas, which is different here in the game, which makes sense. But here is my selection box, right? That's like one of the closest things to the top, to the camera. It's at position z equals 0. My rectangle's way out here, and this is in, oh sorry, I'm looking at the wrong objects. So if I select my selection box here, if I can ever click on it, its parent is what I'm really worried about. The 1, z equals 1, right? If I go here to the rectangle, or just look at it here, the rectangle is here, and z equals 16. Okay, so it's 16 units back. So that is strange. But now look, if I select multiple, it's still kind of in the same spot, right? Go to events here. Oops, lost it. Put my mouse, and look, pointer enter is on selection box. So for some reason, if I have 2 objects selected, it's fine with it. So this is what I'm debugging. And why is this happening? I don't know. I just don't have a good answer for this. Select one thing. I wonder if I can see everything that's intersecting. See if it sees it, just it's lower. So that's what I'm gonna do on rectangle over. I'm gonna just say, hey, just debug everything that the mouse is over. So rectangle works, and its event stuff's all under selectable. Visual Studio's on the wrong side here. So here we go. Here's the selectable. We have the on click. Yeah, we have all these functions, but what I'm going to add here is, I'm not sure what the security is on it. Override on pointer enter. Okay, so we have pointer enter. I'm going to do whatever you normally do, but more importantly, I'm going to debug log what your event data. Let's see what you got. I think it's the current raycast, right? My current raycast. Alright, I'll just do game object for now. It's going to tell me rectangle. That's not going to tell me much, because I'm calling it from the rectangle, so it doesn't really make much sense. I don't know. What's a good way to do this? Maybe it's not just event data. Enter event camera, hovered. Oh, did I lose chat? How do I know if I lost chat? Oh, like it wasn't coming through the microphone? Okay, awesome. Thank you, lost old one. I just, yeah, I hate technical issues like that. Okay, none of these is telling me what I want. So what I might do is just do it myself. Can I do like a physics raycast? Physics raycast all. This is not how I'm supposed to do this. Alright, let's see what we need for a physics raycast all. We need a ray. Okay, I can do that. Ray equals main camera, or is it just camera.main, right? Camera.main dot screen point to ray. Yeah, sure. Vector position is where my mouse is. Input dot mouse position. Cool. All right, so I have a ray, hopefully going from the camera down to the mouse. Raycast all is going to give me a nice set. Raycast hit points, or hits, I'll call it. And then we'll just use this ray. Oh, dude, I have no idea why. Android app keeps disconnecting from Twitch chat. Is that my fault, or is that Twitch's fault? I hope it's Twitch's fault, because I think I'm just responsible for the stream, like the connection of the video. Hopefully. And then I'm going to say for each var raycast hit in raycast hits do something. Darn that phone! Alright, so var output equals this, and then output plus equals raycast hit. Yeah, not the type, just the variable, please. Do you have name? Alright, collider.name. So that should give me the name of everything that I'm raycasting, right? Oops, forgot to put the plus here. Concatenate that stuff. Alright, so when I enter a rectangle, I want it to cast a raycast and give me everything that you're hitting from the mouse. Let's see what happens. That does rectangle shape. Circle shape. Awesome. That is going as expected. Okay. Now, what polygon shape? Okay. I think that's right. I was hoping it'd give me background too, but maybe. Alright, I won't look into it that far. Okay. Now let's get the selection box going. Here's the selection box. And it's just doing the rectangle still. But why isn't it doing the background as well? Raycast all, ray. Ray is forever, right? A ray is like a point and then and going down forever. So I don't know. What the deal is. I should always get at least like raycast, like import shape background, circle shape background. Like that's what I want to see. Alright, let's put a breakpoint here. Here we go. Broken. Alright, so let's see. Event data, I don't really care. What I do care about is, what's my name? Name is rectangle shape. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, raycast hits. There's 2 of them. Yeah, and background. Why is it doing this only once? Okay, raycast hit. Output. Oh, I totally missed that. Don't debug log name, debug log output. There we go. That should at least give me both objects. Alright. Yeah, it seems no matter what, it does not want to see this selection thing for some reason. Alright, let me pause it for a second. This stuff shouldn't apply now. Okay. I'm going to go to selection box. Look at the mesh collider here. Let's go back to 2D view for now. Let's zoom in here. If I double click it, maybe that'll do it. Yeah. Alright, so that is the selection box. I feel like even if I remove the dotted lines, it would still give me a problem. I could just give it a square, like a straight up cube. Woohoo! I have a sponsor! Etito Fresh, brought to you by Totino's Pizza Pockets. Nice. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to replace this with just a box collider just to see if I can get it to work at all. But this collider should work, and I should be getting something back, some kind of ping. And I'm not, as you can see. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give this a box collider, not a mesh collider. It's going to yell at me. I know it is. Maybe not. Maybe if I'll add a second thing and call it box collider. And let's go ahead and go to it, and hopefully it's perfect. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. I don't like how skinny it is. Let's make this at least a little thicker for my sakes. Like 1. Oh no, that's position. Not bad. Oh no, I undid too much. Okay, Y is 0, Z is 0, everything's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, that's what I think I want. Okay. Okay. Maybe I can deal with that. Let's check that out. And that might, if this works, this might be a better solution anyway to keep the box collider. But we'll see what happens. Alright, event system. So, here we go, here we go. Okay, it at least sees it, which is, gosh. Oh, that is beautiful. Alright. Let's get 2 objects. Oh yeah, and it's scaling just fine. Oops, didn't mean to zoom out that much in here. Okay, okay. Well, stick with the box collider for now. That's at least a patch for my problem. And now I can select just 1 object, and oh yeah, awesome! Okay, cool. So, keeping the box collider for now. Awesome. Alright, so now that we got movement working again from our refactor, let's see what else we gotta do. We gotta do multiple things. We got the moving, the selecting, I guess the rotating and scaling is next. So I gotta add those little widgets again. So I have my selection box here. Let's see if I can just add another empty here. We'll call this selection scale. This could just be another box. I might even just add box shape or rectangle shape. And just bring up this SVG assets, or SVG render. Okay, so we see here that it's taking up the entire thing, and we don't necessarily want that. We just want, can I just scale it from here? Will it kill me? Thanks, Bamboy. Always a pleasure to see you. The other day I saw you streaming and I missed it because I was at work. But it was like 2 p.m. my time, and I was like, my phone said, Bamboy streaming now. I'm like, oh man, only I can watch during work hours. Yeah, but those test streams lead to real streams, so I can't wait, man. Is it like an animated overlay, or just you're putting pieces together to make an overlay? Okay, so I got the selection scale box here. And... oh no, so you can't hear me talk. Old one said, I tried to bring the stream up on the computer I built for my niece, but then I remember it doesn't have speakers. Ha ha ha. It's animated, sort of. Nice, man. Alright, so I got this sucker. I don't like the color. Oh, the color set by base object, and I'm not gonna like that at all. Oh well, it is what it is, right? Okay, so we have this scale thing. My goal right now is, I guess, just to add the event. So, scale. Looks like the phone or no sound. Old one, you could just put the phone and the computer together and just sync them up and it'll be beautiful. Alright, scale event. Oh gosh, I need a base shape. You should detect that automatically, right? What if I like just change this? Nope, you don't detect that stuff automatically. Let me change the code so that you do. Or not. Base shape, I guess I will do the selection base shape, right? I hope that's right. Okay, cool. So scale event, there we go. Yeah, we'll see how bad that screws up. Alright, so the moving still works. Oh yeah, let me get rid of that debug too. Yeah, something else is not working. You know what it is? It's that darn, it's not even seeing it, I bet. Why is the mesh collider not wanting to work with this? I don't mind adding a box collider, just don't understand why. I'm okay with this. That looks fine. That looks good. Oh, but you know what I should do? I should make sure both these box colliders are the same size. Okay. Okay. Object reference. I can deal with errors. Errors are better than no information. Okay, before I do all this nonsense, let's go to this debug and let's get rid of that. Goodbye, debug. Null reference. Alright, so it's saying actions is null. And actions is just getting an object. So action array. Alright, it's multiple actions. Okay, let's see. When we create the action, create a list of actions. And then we make a new action array with the array. And then obj equals actions. Right. So why would it be null? I guess we never create it. That could be an issue. Let's see, I'm going to hit back on the mouse. Alright, so do we create the action? Oh, this is the... yeah. What's the issue? Let's go to the scale event. On pointer down, what are we doing? We're creating the action scale, and we're setting from. Yeah, that all seems normal. Alright, null, 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 null. Alright, so first the scale event is saying null. Pivot, ah yeah, and base shape. All this is an ah yeah moment. Because we don't have a base shape. So, okay. Right, because selectable doesn't have this base shape. It's what's in your parent has the base shape. Let's do that. And then I gotta look at that, but that's next. Clear that out for me, please. Alright, so the moving works. The scaling is working, but yeah, give me nothing. Nothing to work with. Okay, so when we drag, yes. Okay, so when we drag, we're not doing anything because I said to do. So yeah, that's not very helpful whatsoever. So we are saying this is what I'm gonna rename you to start position, and that's fine. Oh, do we already have start position and end position? That's great. So okay, start position is the center here, and the extents maybe I'm not too worried about right now. Okay, but maybe I should be worried. So we have the start position. I guess we should have like the initial scale when we start. So, or distance from center. Yeah, maybe that's what I need. Extents is not bad. Right. When I set the extents, should I... This would be more of a base shape thing. Let's do it. Alright, in the base shape, we'll have a public void set extents. And then we'll just make this a vector 3 extents. Yeah. Alright. And so in here, we're going to do two things. We're going to set the extents of the bounds and also resize the object, right? So here we go. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to go. Just my mind's going. Alright. So extents. Bounds at extents is just going to equal extents. No problem. Okay. The other thing is the actual scale. So transform dot local scale is going to equal extents times 2. Agreed? Agreed? Agree to disagree? I think I'm okay with this. Might always just set Z to 1. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do, but I don't need to scale in the Z because that's just how wide it is, and it's a 0 width. I mean, deep. Okay, is that all I need to do? Should I do the absolute? Not quite sure yet. Or do I want it to flip when I scale? Maybe I want it to flip. Okay, cool. So we have the start position, and I guess we can do extents equals base shape dot bounds dot extents, and that's like, maybe I'll call it the start extents. I don't even know if I need that. So we have, I could stream updating my Minecraft mods. Oh, nice. What is the Minecraft mods using? Like, is it Perl? I forgot. Python? Maybe it's Python? Could it just be any language? Okay. So I have the start position. Java, nice, nice. Nice high-level language there. And the end position is actually event data dot world normal. No. Current pointer. I can't even remember it. Pointer current raycast. Yeah, I'll remember that. World normal. All right. That's the center, and that's the world normal. All right. Now, when we drag, all we got to do is set the end position. Oops. End position is going to equal the same thing, event data dot pointer current raycast world normal, and now we're going to set the extents. Yeah, it's an easy language, just like C#. I feel like you can take C# and Java and like copy and paste it to each other and just change a few like keywords, and then you're done. You port it, that game or whatever you program, to the other, which is crazy to me. Alright, so we got the end position, and now what we're going to do is, if we get the base shape again, oh, I guess we got to get it again. Guess it'd be nice if you knew it. Oh, you do know it. Alright, so I'll just say base shape. Oh, so this really only leads itself to one thing to be scaled at a time. So we're going to have to expand this so that multiple things can be scaled. Okay, so base shape. I already did that. Base shape dot set extents, and basically we're just going to say start the end position minus start position. Alright, and if I did that right, it should be scaling. But there's a big chance I didn't do this right. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh gosh. It did change, but it's not changing for any worse or better. It's just one size, double the size. Just double the size. Alright, so for some reason I am getting just the big size. Why? Alright, so end position minus start position. End position should be changing with my cursor. Start position should just be the center. Reset bounds. What's hard is that people that maintain the Forge API for modding Minecraft don't know what an API is for, and have massive breaking changes every other version. Oh, so they don't honor, hey, this function is what we'll be using for the next X years. So we're going to go ahead and just remove that function and add a new one. Do they at least do like what Unity does, like deprecated, obsolete, and all of that, or is it just like they totally remove the functions that they're providing. Like, give you a warning somehow, like, this function has been deprecated. Please try to use this new function. But still, like, have it working even though you're using the old functions. Okay, so I have base shape extents, but it's totally not honoring what I want it to do. So let's go ahead and set text to... I don't even know which one this is going to set text to. But what I'm going to do is say, give me start position plus some kind of separator plus end position, and I just want to see what it says. It's right here, but I can barely read it. Oh, and the UI goes away, so that's not very helpful at all. Let's take this out of the UI for right now. Just for right now. Oh, I can do that in play mode. Good idea. Okay, so I'm going to take it out of the UI, and then let's go. Huh, I can see that these positions are not updating for some reason. I must be doing something wrong. Yes, they do deprecate the old functions, but you need to use both old and new, or your mod may not work with others if they are just using one. I see. Yeah. So even if they do deprecate things, like it removes all backwards compatibility with older functions. Then when they do remove the old functions, your mod will crash. Yeah, that's a bummer. Tell them to stop changing things. That's the easy way. Just add functionality. Don't remove functionality. Alright, this is not working. Why is this not working? I feel like that's what I'm using for moving. Like when I drag. Alright, not this one. Background event. When I hit the start and end position. Here we go, end position. I'm using... Oh, I'm using the wrong thing. I just used the first thing Visual Studio told me to, and it was wrong. We need the position, not the normal. Okay, that might make more sense. Because the normal is just an arrow sticking up from, like, if you have a plane, it's just the arrow sticking up towards you, right? But the position is the position, so yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so scaling looks like it's working. So that's nice. Woof, woof. It's an effect. Alright. So that is scaling. And then I can still select the edges and all the nonsense. Alright, awesome. So we got scaling back to its original functionality. But Lex knows better than everyone else on Earth, and if you say different, then you will be banned from using Forge. It's probably true. Alright, the image thing I gotta work on, I think. Because I can see, I'd rather, the scaling is not doing very good. Ooh, and there's something else I forgot to check out. Like, I feel like if I scale this, yeah, that is way too big. Alright, let me look at the import object. Tiger. Everything is 1, 1, 1. Why is it so crazy when I... I think I know. If this tiger was truly one, where I like did 0.3, 0.2, if it was like that, and I tried to scale it, I bet it would scale much better. Let's see if I'm right. Oh gosh. The pivot point sucks. Oh yeah, why is the pivot point there anyway? That's another big problem. So tiger, transform, everything should be at 0, 0, 0. So multi-problem issue here. Alright, tiger. That's the move. Oh yeah, that feels good right there. Looking that way, looking that way, looking that way. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Eesh. Wait, you've got blacklisted from contributing the forge? Why is that? That just doesn't seem to make sense. If you're just trying to contribute, like, why, unless you like destroying everything, oh, because you question Lex. Who's this Lex person? I should know, I'm not very knowledgeable. He's the one that's controlling all the... Is he from the Minecraft side, or is he from like open source side? Alright, this thing seems a little off too. This Tiger 1, which I'll just call shapes, shape button, shapes. Let's call it shapes. Yeah, why? I don't know why I'm offsetting these things. That shouldn't be the case. Alright, got it. Got it. Yeah, that feels just right. Cool. Alright, well, we got that working, but all the undo stuff's not working, so maybe I should look at that right quick, and then I'll call it a night. Alright, so when we move a rectangle, I don't think undo's working, so I'm going to change that. So if I do that, hit undo, nothing happens. So let's see why not. Okay, it's under actions, scripts, actions. Here we go. Let's do move action. Where's action move? There we go. So when we perform it, we set the bounds. Oh, we're only setting the bounds. The face that what I question was charged in the next version is just icing on the cake. Wait, I don't understand. But I think what you're saying is they fixed whatever was the problem that you were trying to address in the next version, and you're like, oh my gosh, why did he ban me from bringing this up to begin with? Oh, the fact. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. set the bounds, but also set the transform that position. That feels right to me. And I'm kind of just doing the same thing this way. I don't need to change. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, that should fix the undo, redo. Autocorrect fails. Yeah. Nice. What I should also do is refresh the selection box. Hate to do it here, but I don't see where else it makes sense. I guess where I'm performing or not performing the action. Instead of doing it in every here we go. No, that's not where I want to do it either. Ah, yeah, here we go. Selection. Got reset bounds. Let's do it. Is this Toe Jam and Earl? Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Alright, I think I got it. Oh yeah. And the selection box updates. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we got the undo and the redo. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for scale. Alright, scale, you're next. Action, scale. Yep. This might be kind of the opposite issue, where I should be setting the bounds as well. And everything else, awesome. Alright. Let's see if this works. Alright, moving, scaling, undo. What the dealio? Cannot cast from source type to destination type on line 16. Gotcha. Alright, so what if I made these vector 3s? That's good. That's even better. Okay, yeah, that worked out pretty good. Here's the issue. Either I'm going to say this is times 2, because that is the truth. But then I gotta say, yeah. One of them's got to be times 2, or one of them's got to be not times 2. So okay, base shape, bounds. I'm just gonna use the bounds extents. Extents is, yeah, just from the center. How far does it all go? So yeah, that seems right. All right, I know I'm close. I'm close here. We get moving and scaling done, which will be beautiful. Yeah, that just looks too good. Awesome. And so fast and responsive too. So happy about that. can make my own animation. Here we go. This tiger is gonna go eat the box. He's coming. He's coming for the box. Raw. So let's play that animation. Yummy. Okay, I'm just being dumb. Okay. Anyway, looks like we got scaling and moving working. The next things on the agenda. Oh, why can't I click on that? That's too bad. I click on everything else but that rectangle for some reason. But I can select it that way. There's something really weird going on with the mesh collider, and I don't know what it is. But what I might do for like squares and circles, I might just use the box and sphere collider. For polygons and everything else, I'm gonna have to use the mesh collider. We can make you an ellipse. Wait, what was working a minute ago? Oh yeah, the actual clicking on the rectangle, right? Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. But it's just this session. Once I like replay it, it'll be fine. Yeah, you see? There we go. No problem. It's something weird with that mesh collider. I'm convinced. Now it's working just fine. This fickleness is driving me crazy, but yeah, the clicking on the rectangle. I don't know why it wasn't working. Alright, well this is what I'm going to do before I go. Make my island like I always do, just to make sure that I can. Here's my island. Oh, but my depth, I'm not sure if that's all working. Here's my house. Oh, and I don't have any water right now, so this is not going to be very good. But once I get scaling working, this is what I always do. I make a little house on an island. And yeah, this is where I live, right there, with my tiger. Here's my tiger. Here's my sunshine. My red sun. Put that in the corner. Bam! There's my scene. Yeah, everything else still seems to be working. I don't know what this gray thing is, so I'll just delete it. Oh, I'll worry about that later. Okay, well, we got movement and scale working. Now we just need to get rotation, that deletion, and basically just go through my buttons to make sure my buttons are working. But I will do that either offline or on my next stream, which will probably be called Refactor Mess 2. Yeah, I shouldn't have refactored, but man, the performance I'm getting out of this is just probably really worth it. And the fact that I can get custom shapes like tigers and shapes, totally worth it. But the old one, thank you for joining me on my stream. Much appreciated. And I will do this again Wednesday. So thanks, guys. Until next time. Bye. Never refactor. Yeah, but it's important sometimes. But alright, I'm going. Ciao.